So the question was quite simple, but also difficult. What does the world need from libraries right now? My answer is also simple, but difficult. The world needs the library to be a public institution. What does that mean? That means that the library needs to be one that understands that it has legacy responsibilities. It is the guardian of assets that were here before us and should be here after us. It has the responsibility to record the times that we are in and meet the needs of this time, sourcing from today's materials and past materials. That is the way that the library can really surprise people in enriching their understanding of the world that they live in. But it also needs to constantly do its operations in a way that it understands that we need to also guard the possibility for the library to be here after we have given the realms for someone else to run the library. The second thing that is needed is accountability. So we need an institution that is not afraid of critical conversations, an institution that has codified practices, so it's possible for the public, for stakeholders, and elected officials to understand why does the library do what it does. It needs codified practices that are flexible enough for new needs, while rigid enough for creating public trust. People need to be able to ask critical questions and ask for reconsideration of the library's actions and spending. Third, the library is a commons. It is not just a service delivery machine, but it is something that we as the public own together. We own the collections, we own the spaces. And I think there's a lot of space still for innovation and development in thinking about how libraries actually share power with the public and what are the ways that we share power over programming and space and collections while at the same time avoiding unnecessary bias or alienating some people from our spaces and collections and services. I think if we build that sense of commons, that sense that we own this thing together, in tough times, there's going to be more voices defending this public institution. And then finally, the thing that separates the library as a public institution from, let's say, the tax authority or schools or social services is that the library is a public institution of awe and wonder. The library is not only about information and education, but it's also about imagination and joy. It should be there for our good times, private moments, and tough times. The library allows us to push the boundary of what's possible, whether it's through programming, whether it's through public art, whether it's through the stories in the books that we have in the shelves. And I would say that if the library really reclaims its role as a public modern institution and does the things that I listed, I think the future is bright.